huddle of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Charles, you talk about this defense, and they're in for a tough test, playing a team working on a 3-game win streak. But their head coach very confident in his guys' chances when he spoke to the media earlier this week.
I'd call him brimming with confidence, and he should be. Because if that's what he needs to do to fire up his guys, he should do so. And he's telling everybody, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up. And he's making sure that he believes it so that he hopes that his players will as well.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Chamberlain. Looking deep for Julio. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Myers. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him. And he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
I've heard you say that so much of being a great inside linebacker is diagnosis, and that time he diagnosed things instantly, made a beeline for the football.
And on an RPO, everything happens so fast, and as a defender, you can't get stuck trying to figure out what's going on. That time he had it figured out in a flash, and he was able to make a beeline to the receiver and make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Chamberlain binds, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And his kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They moved the ball pretty well there on the opening drive. You think they're okay settling for 3?
I don't think they're happy about settling for 3, but I think you're exactly right with the word okay, because they threw it well, they ran it well. Excellent balance for the first drive of the game.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back, because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Take it at the 37. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Back to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taking it about the 16. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. A little juke, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And Lance now to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Gross. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On first down, Barkley, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
He'll buy some time right. He finds his man, complete. It's Gross. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Here's Lance.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Right back to Juszczyk again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Chamberlain. Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Flush to his right. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Mike 56. Mike 56.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This pass complete to Reynolds. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Evans here. 7 yards, the pickup there.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gross. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Flushed out right. And got his man complete. Touchdown 49ers. 49ers. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers have retaken the lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Off play action. Chamberlain going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Giants.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final readout on Next Gen Stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line.
As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. On first down, Lance.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Working from the gun, Lance. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
He completes it to Evans. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Lance looks to throw again.
Rolling to his right. And this one is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder.
In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. Sliding out of the pocket to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Lance now on first down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Chamberlain. That's caught by Myers. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Off play action. Chamberlain. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lance.
Escaping the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Lance now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance, flush to his right. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A gain of 6 there on first.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. On 2nd down, Barkley. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll go to Barkley again. And he has the first down as he's able to reach the ball forward and get past the line to gain. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And Barkley did not get there. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Saquon Barkley, his 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now a handoff as they run left side.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Chamberlain. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll try the right side here, Barkley, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Lance. Being chased out left. He finds his man, complete. It's Gross. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Working with a 2nd and 3. The Lance going to throw.
Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gross. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants on one play have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take the 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. And now here's a carry heading left. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
92 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Giants, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it's...
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried?